Now, I made a video recently where I shared 10 things that you can actually do with your kids during the holiday, and those are the 10 things I am definitely going to be doing with my kids. But I also want to share 10 things that you should not do with your kids this holiday. These 10 things are the things that I will not be doing with my kids this holiday. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Precious and I share content that has to help family trying to conceive, also relationship and also parenting, all those kind of things. It's holiday period and it will be an amazing time to actually share with you the things that I'm doing, because this channel is also a family channel. As much as I try to keep certain things to myself, I also like to share things about parenting. So I'm going to be sharing with you the 10 things that I am not going to be doing with my kids, because I am an intentional parent, because I also want you on this channel to be an intentional parent. I'm someone who share a lot about trying to conceive, but if you're going to be conceiving a child and you're not ready to look after that child, sis, stop. Parenting is a responsibility. Parenting is a calling. Parenting is an assignment, okay? And we're not going to be raising children that will grow up to become children that don't have an identity, that don't know who they are and where they are coming from. And this is the reason we are going to be raising kids that are aware, that know who they are, who they are going to be, what God has in store for them. So 10 things that I am not going to be doing with my kids this holiday, and 10 things I want you, if you can, do not do with your kids this holiday. Let's get talking. Now, holiday time is a time where a lot of parents put their guards down. They have routine is thrown out of the window. They have time to do certain things, is thrown out of the window. All the things that they've built the whole year from September to July, they have literally thrown it out of the window just for 6 weeks or maybe 7 weeks of holiday. Now, one thing I'm not going to be doing this holiday is that leaving my kids unsupervised. Anyway, I live in the UK, so there are certain things that cannot even be done. I cannot leave my kids unsupervised. I cannot leave my kids with someone. I cannot leave my kids just playing, doing whatever they like without a plan. I can't do that. It's one thing that I would not do. Holiday period is the period, in my opinion, that kids get molested, abused by familiar people. So don't leave your kids unsupervised. If you have visitors, because a lot of holiday time, people visit people, you have friends, family around, sis, let your eyes be like that. Let the Holy Spirit lead you, because your child is not going to be abused by a total stranger. It happens, but your child is going to be abused by that person that you trusted that they would look after them. So always, let's not keep our kids in a place where they are not supervised. In a known environment, in an unknown environment, let's make sure our eyes are on them. I am not going to be neglecting all the safety precautions that I've put out in the house. A typical example is that Mark is not supposed to be turning the oven on or the gas cooker on except someone is supervising him. He's not supposed to be doing certain things that would expose him to danger. Not just him, but the rest of my kids. They have age appropriate things that they do. For example, when I'm making puff puff, Phoebe will always want to try and scoop it into the oil. She loves cooking and I let her do certain things, but scooping the thing and putting in the oil, for me at this point, I don't want that to happen. She can prepare the mixture, she can do all of that, but just to put it inside the thing, for now I don't want her to do it. That doesn't mean she's not going to do it in the future. So I'm just trying to give examples of things that are not very safe for my kids to do, and you know as well what your kids can do and what your kids cannot do. Don't just because the kids are on holiday, everything that is safety related that you've put in place, you just forget about it. Let our guards be on this holiday so that our kids will not be burnt, our kids hot water will not pour on our kids will not fall that would injure, break something, our kids will not have accidents that would cause serious harm to them. Let's put things in place that will keep our kids safe. I am not going to overwhelm my kids, because someone like me that loves to plan and put things in place, if I don't control myself, I overplan. I can overplan, put things in place for the kids to be doing all the time. One thing I'm not going to do this holiday, which you should have seen on the timetable and on the planner we've done already on the other video, is that the kids have time in between different chores to be able to just be themselves, just be kids, play around, do certain things. Okay, so I am not going to put so many swimming, judo, karate, ballet. That's the time we want them to do crash course in guitar playing. That's the time we want them to do crash course in playing piano, in learning piano. We are not also going to underwhelm our kids where they have so much time that they just do whatever. And guess what they're going to be doing? Playing games, watching movies. Your kids are not going to go outside. They are not going to go outside. Trust me. They are not going to read their books if you don't put things in place. So let's not overwhelm and let's not underwhelm our children. Sis, holiday time is the time where we buy all manner of junk food and keep in the house. Let them eat. Mommy, I'm hungry. Go and take the crisp. Mommy, I'm hungry. Go and take the brioche. Mommy, I'm hungry. Go and take the juice. Mommy, food or meal time is thrown out of the window. The kids snack and snack and snack. Let's not do that this holiday. This holiday should not be the time where we just allow our kids to eat so unhealthy food, because we really don't have time to make food for them. You know that's how many hours they stay at school that they eat in school. It's almost like it's too much for us to bear. These kids are our responsibility and we need to feed them. And food is medicine. The food we give our kids is medicine. Let us avoid giving our kids too much of junk food and too much of processed food. They are growing. They need all the nutrients. They need all the minerals. They need everything to be able to grow, their brain to grow, the different parts of their body that to grow very, very well. Holiday time is actually the time to introduce a more healthy food so that they can start learning bit by bit. Let's not throw our good way of eating out of the window just because the kids are on holiday. This holiday time, I'm not going to be overspending on unnecessary things. Yes, because a lot of times holiday time is when parents will go and buy this one, buy this one, buy this one, buy this one to keep the children busy. I'm not going to do that. We're going to start with the ones in the house. The only thing I'm buying this holiday is the chess and the Scrabble that my eldest one, because he loves to play chess a lot. So those are the things I'm going to be buying. Any other thing I'm going to be doing will be experience. Maybe go to the water park or go to the beach or just do something. It's going to be experience. But let's try as much as we can. If you have the money, if you think it's okay for the kids, absolutely get. The reason I'm going to be buying just 2 board games, like I said before, is because I already have a lot in the house. The kids just wanted more. Okay, just to make it look as if there's more in the house. That's the reason I'm buying it. But I'm not going to be overspending. If you know me, you know that when it comes to money, I do know what I am doing. Basically. This holiday is not the time that you're not going to allow them to bait. If they usually bait 8 o'clock in the morning, they are now going to be baiting 12 o'clock in the afternoon or maybe 3 o'clock. I say, they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. So they can have a shower whenever they like. Self-care thrown out of the window. I am not going to do that. My kids bait at certain time. The only difference is that when it comes to holiday, they like to have breakfast. And as soon as they finish having breakfast, straight to go and have a shower. That's the only difference. Self-care is very important. And also, can I just say that this holiday should be the time that if you have a child who is at the age where they're supposed to be showering themselves, where they're supposed to be potty training or potty trained, where they're supposed to be know how to wipe themselves when they use the toilet, let's teach them this time. Okay, it's a good opportunity to teach them. It's a good opportunity to potty train. Is because it's summer, it's warm, so you're not going to be exposing them to cold. So just wear them pants, the ones that are potty training. Just do what you need to do. exposing them to excessive screen time. That's one thing that we do a lot as parents. As you can see, I'm not just talking out to you guys, I'm talking to all of us are on this table. Okay, so we are all learning, we are all trying to get better at parenting. So it's nothing to do with you, it's all of us I'm talking about. So a lot of times during holiday, the kids spend excessive time on the screen. Yes, we know that, all of us know. Our media guide says that our children are going to be spending maximum of 2 hours on their screen every day. All of them are not happy with it, but they know where this value is coming from. They know why we have this value in place. Their kids are not going to be agreeing with everything you say. The analogy I always paint to them is that there's so many times that Naomi will be climbing on the bed and she's jumping. Sometimes you will see Chidugam going to hold her so she doesn't fall, or Phoebe's going to hold her so she doesn't fall, or Mark is going to hold her so she doesn't fall. But the Naomi we are trying to save does not have a clue what she's doing. Okay, she just wants to be doing that. Then little monkey jumping on the wall, one feather and bomb. That's what she just wants to do. But because we know that there is a risk to what she's doing, we try to stop her. That's the analogy I always paint for my kids when I try to tell them something and they don't agree or they feel like it's not right. I tell them that, look, just like Naomi does not know that she's going to fall and bump her head, I know exactly what's going to happen if you continue spending this number of time on your screen. So you may not like it now, just like Naomi will cry when we stop her, but I understand that in the end, you'll be grateful that I did. So I always paint that picture for my kids whenever I'm trying to correct them or make them do something that I think will be best for them. So we're going to deal with screen time. Let's not expose them to excessive screen time. The kids are going to be home. It would be nice for us to actually monitor their well-being. Okay, this is the time we need to monitor their well-being. It's not the time for us to just neglect their mental and physical well-being. There are so many kids that are struggling in this world. There's so many kids that are struggling with their mental health. They don't have anybody to speak to. They don't have friends to actually speak to. And one of the things that I do personally, I wish my kids, I'm going to be doing a video with my kids so that they can actually share the things that I do with them, is that whenever my kids come to speak to me, hey, I don't care what I am doing, I am going to stop that thing. I am going to listen to my children. If it's something that I'm not able to stop immediately, I would always let my kids know, can you come back in 5 minutes? Can you come back in 10 minutes? Because I am not one of those parents that when my kids are talking, I'm on my phone or I'm still on my laptop doing work. I try as much as I can that whenever they come to speak to me, I give them 110 attention, and they always know that mommy gives them attention whenever they speak to me. So I think this is an opportunity for us to allow our kids to speak, express themselves, share what they are going through emotionally. The world has changed. A lot of kids are suffering from mental health problem. When I was growing up, I didn't know anything about mental health problem, even if it was there, but I didn't have a clue about it. But now it's rampant. Kids are suffering. Kids are going through a lot of things that even so, to an extreme state, they do certain things that we don't like or won't like as parents. Let your kids be able to express themselves to you. What we're not going to do is to neglect our boundaries and the routines that we have created. Like I said earlier, you have created routines, you have created boundaries for the whole of the school year. 6 weeks should not be the time that we should throw everything away. So let's not neglect the boundaries. Let's not neglect the routines. Let's not neglect the things that we need to do. For example, in our house, we'll have what we eat every morning. Breakfast, everybody knows what we're having for breakfast. Sometimes they can decide to say, no, well, mommy, can I have what I have on Mondays, on Tuesday this week? Or can I have what I have on Thursday, on Friday this week? I'm okay for them to move things around. I'm fine. I'm very flexible with that. But what we don't want to do is to, okay, the thing I'm going to have on Tuesday, I'll have it on Monday. Then on Tuesday, I'm still going to have that thing I'm having on Tuesday. No, it doesn't work like that. So the routines that we've put in place in our house is going to stay there. And the good thing is that they're all accountable for themselves. Mark tries to do something that he's not supposed to do. Phoebe is going to report. Phoebe is trying to do something. Mark is going to report. So they're all accountable to themselves. A holiday time should be the time that kids should learn age-appropriate things. And a lot of them actually do. But during holiday times, they stop doing what they do. So we shouldn't neglect or disregard age appropriate activities. Okay, age appropriate activities, even in, let's say, the things we've mapped out that we're going to be doing in our house, should be age appropriate. Okay, I shouldn't let Mark go and be doing something that Chidugam is supposed to be doing. I shouldn't let Naomi go and be doing what Phoebe is supposed to be doing. Okay, everything should be age appropriate. And if we're going to expose our child to something that is not age appropriate, it should be done under parental guidance. For example, I want Mark to go and make me a cup of tea. I know that he can make me a cup of tea, but can he bring that tea to where I am without spilling it on himself? I am not sure. So I wouldn't ask him to do that. Or even if I'm going to ask him to do that, I will tell him, don't bring the tea to me. I will come and get it by myself. So these are the little things that you can actually think about being age appropriate. So let's not disregard age appropriate activities that kids are supposed to be doing and kids are not supposed to be doing during this holiday. Have you gotten something out of this video? Are there things that you think kids should not be doing during this holiday? Let me know in the comment section. But if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for enjoying. But one thing you can do for me is to press the like button and also to turn on your notification bell, because I believe you have subscribed. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and also turn on your notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.